how I built a $433,000 portfolio that pays me $96,000 a year. I'm gonna get into that today. I spent 27 years making other people's dreams come true. Whether it was Netflix, Zappos, EdTech startups. I climbed the ladder, I led incredible teams, and I made real impact. But when I walked away from that world, I realized something. If I didn't start investing in my dream, I'd always be helping someone else build theirs. So I built this, a $433,000 portfolio that pays me over $96,000 a year in completely passive income. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, why I did it, and how you can start building your own freedom machine, even if you're just starting small. Welcome back, Rico here. You do not need millions of dollars to be financially free. You just have to be willing to learn, willing to take 30 to 45 minutes a day to manage your portfolio, and you can build your passive income snowball today. And by the way, I am not sponsored, but I use Snowball Analytics to do all of my analysis and reporting. It's helped me get a better understanding of my monthly distributions, my portfolio, and how or what I need to do or adjust. And that being said, as always, this is not investing advice. This is for entertainment and inspiration purposes only. Please, please, please do your own research before making these kinds of decisions. All right, with that out of the way, let's talk about my income strategy. I'm not chasing these moonshot growth, super hyper growth, hype stocks, right? This portfolio is designed like a business, built for cash flow, not memes or get rich quick stocks. This took me time, but the snowball is growing and it's growing pretty fast. Now here's a quick snapshot of what I hold. I hold BDCs like Hercules Capital, Blackstone Secured Lending, and Great Elm Capital. I also hold some REITs like Agree Realty, Clarion Global Real Estate, and Motive. Of course, I have dividend stocks like Energy Transfer and British American PLC, but I also have high yield funds like the Rex AI Equity Income ETF, Rex FANG and Innovation Equity ETF, and then I also have a mix of covered call ETFs like the NEOS funds, SPYI, QQQI, BTCI, and yes, I hold YieldMax ULTY and the weekly payer by Roundhill QDTE. Now, when I look at my portfolio, each asset has a purpose. Some generate stable yield, some thrive in volatility, others add inflation resistance or capital protection. So this is what my dashboard looks like right now as of the day of this recording. My portfolio value is just a little over $433,000. My income yield, just over 22%, and 87% of the portfolio is cash flowing funds. The rest is spread across financials, energy, real estate, and other alternative income stocks. And remember, it's not about beating the market. It's about building freedom, one monthly or weekly check at a time. Although, for reference, this portfolio is only behind the S&P 500 by 0.37% over the last year. So it's not bad for focusing on income over growth. So what do I do with $8,000 a month? That's what this portfolio currently pays me. It's about $8,000 a month. And here's a look at how I use it. $1,200 a month gets reinvested, and that's how I give myself a raise each month and how I'm gonna grow this portfolio. Roughly 300 or so goes into a tax savings bucket because yes, Uncle Sam, IRS, taxes, and the rest, that's my salary. That's the money I live on, I travel with, and use for experiences with my family. And that is the real freedom right there. So looking at this income, you know, this isn't drip, and so I can already see in all of the comments, you need a drip if you want maximum returns, or this isn't sustainable without reinvesting more. This approach is intentional. I'm not looking for huge growth. I want freedom. I want income. And I treat this portfolio like a business, and I manage it for about 30, 45 minutes a day. To some, that's a lot of time. To me, that's not a big deal. I like looking at this stuff anyway. And look at this distribution pattern. Just look at the future payment projection. So over the next 12 months, not counting any reinvestments or new investments, I'm expected to receive nearly $97,000 in income, with monthly payouts ranging from $72,000 to nearly $10,000 a month. That kind of predictability changes how you live. And here's the best part. You don't need millions and millions of dollars. With a well-structured $500,000 portfolio, you can create a sustainable six-figure salary. Imagine what you could do with that. And yeah, even 500,000 sounds like a lot, but how quick can you get to 500,000 versus 5 million? Now, I know some people ask, but How do you grow it? Well, here's the play. I mentioned it earlier. Reinvest $1,200 every month. That's what I do. Sometimes more if I have extra funds from other investments or side hustles, like I coach part-time also. And every dollar goes to work immediately. And remember this, every dollar you make, it has a job, whether it's to feed you, to house you, or to pay you. Each dollar has a job. This approach alone takes my portfolio from roughly $430,000 today to $437,000 by the end of this year and over $455,000 by the end of 2026. And the income will continue to compound. So that $96,000 a year will soon be $100,000 a year, then $110,000 a year, until I hit my short-term goal of $120,000 a year. Imagine what your life could be like with $10,000 a month. So right now you can see I'm 80% of the way there. And based on my current projections, I'll hit $120,000 in less than a year. That's 2026. And for anyone thinking this is risky or unbalanced, listen. I still have a real estate portfolio with short-term and long-term rentals. I still have a rollover 401k from my 21 years in tech. I still have a Roth IRA I've contributed to for over a decade. This portfolio is just one part of my overall wealth strategy, but this is the income I need to live my life and be with my family. But this is the part that pays me now. It will always pay me into the future. So remember, these are distributions. I won't have to sell stocks to live. I'll collect distributions, and then when I die, I can pass this portfolio off to my kids and their kids. And everyone always talks about generational wealth. This is how you can do it when you don't have tens of millions of dollars. I can hand over a $500,000 portfolio that makes $100,000 a year and they don't have to worry. But there are some risks, and let's be real, this isn't a set it and forget it index fund strategy. Covered call ETFs definitely can cap your upside, and income ETFs like QDTE and ULTY can be very tax inefficient. And BDCs and REITs, they can get crushed in credit squeezes or rate shocks or when markets are crazy. But here's the thing, you know what? Volatility is fuel. It's what powers the option premiums that get passed on as monthly income. So a lot of these covered call ETFs can thrive in volatility. And in March of this year, during the tariff scare, prices dipped, but the distributions stayed solid. They gave me even more confidence in this model. And you can't just stare at stock prices. You have to look at the distribution consistency. If you stare at stock prices, you shouldn't be in the stock market because it goes up and down just like the clock. So if something stops working, I take a look and then I'll reallocate. That's why my 45-minute daily routine and check-in, that's what that's for. Just to make sure everything is on track and nothing looks off or weird to me. And remember, this isn't a trick, it's a system. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. If it was, I likely wouldn't be doing it. This is a system, it's a business that I built that pays me every single month. If you're in growth mode, great. Keep building. But if you want cash flow freedom, if you want to be semi-retired like me, so you work on the things you want to work on, or you just want to buy back your time to spend it with family or hit the beach, travel, whatever you want to do, this strategy is worth exploring. Start small, find stocks you like, and buy small and just see how it goes. See if this is a thing for you. If you like it, then reinvest what you can. Perhaps buy more positions in something else. And it's important, do not compare portfolios. Just track your own freedom. Everyone has different goals, so do you. Don't worry about them. So the thing that I asked myself to get me to where I am today, would I rather grind for 40 years hoping my 401k survives, knowing that I'd miss out on many of my kids' firsts, giving up my time for someone else's dream, or do I want to take my life and my time back and do it on my terms? How could I do that? Well, I could start a business, right? I could have opened a Subway or something. I could go in debt, or I could build a system that pays me $8,000 a month right now. And to me, that answer was simple. So drop a comment down below. Tell me where you are in your journey, whether it's income, investing, growth. I'd love to hear from you. And if you want breakdowns on funds like SPYI, QQQI, BTCI, or even BDCs like HTGC, let me know in the comments down below. I'm happy to do that. Now, I'm not stopping at 96,000. I'm on a mission to hit that 120,000 a year in passive income and then see how far I can take it. And I'd love to bring you with me. And if you're down for the ride, definitely hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. It really helped grow this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you. Remember, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Boom.